Welcome back to Tiny T Gaming. This is Bellwright episode 12. Moving on straight into it. It's day 31 now, and the raiding parties are coming in a bit thicker and faster now. As you can see, sped it up a little bit. There's a lot of them, and they are coming through me and my little band quite easily. Still got not very good kit or weapons yet, but getting there. I do have a sax, and a lot of my companions do as well. As you can see, I got knocked down, so respawned and quickly kitting up before going back to where the little fight is happening. My followers are taking them down though quite steadily, as I do have quite a big band of companions that I can take to the fighting now. As you can see, if you look on the map there, they are chasing, or I've told them to move on to me now, so they are going to coincide or meet up with the bandits, which is good. So yeah, raids are defeated reasonably easy and get a fair bit of loot from it. As you can see from the top left now, I have over 2,000 renown and about just over 400 coins. Still not really doing the little quest lines, but it's fine. Moving on, this is my settlement now. As you can see, it's still the tier 1 buildings, but it is getting bigger. Got quite a few housing tents, got all the little cooking stations going, and have the foraging hut, the weavers and the loom and all of that. I can't remember what it's called, the station for making cob, and yeah, it's good, but still only using stockpiles. Need to really unlock the village hall to get the next tier of buildings and upgrades, which is really the main effort now. I really want to get the village hall researched and then start building it, and that's what I'm trying to do in this episode. Still got lots of things to research though, and I am just trying to plod a way through it. Obviously though, after each fight like that, I lose half my workforce at least, because they all get knocked out. So gone back up to Herndine to just recruit someone that I can afford to recruit. So recruiting this guy, he's got a max strength of 4, which is good, so he can, once he gets some strength, he can be equipped with better armour and arms, which is really useful, because now that I am using all of my renown in one go to recruit individuals, I don't want to really be spending out on those that have limited stats like beggars and all that, and even some of the lower level workers. It's just a bit of a waste, a bit annoying, and as you can see, most of them are knocked out waiting to respawn. So now day 32, I'm just going to kit them out, my new recruits, and build the village hall. So name and settlement Rome, obviously. Best name for any little gathering of huts, but need to equip my new companion with what kit there is. Obviously it's limited at the moment, don't really have the best, and don't have good supply chain set up yet to have the background activity of my workers making what I need. So I'm still having to get into it and make these individual items myself at times. It's just quicker at this point in the game. Obviously I'm sure there's lots of people who are out there who would be way ahead of this right now, but this is just where I'm at. It is frustrating, but it is what it is. Getting through it, at least. The biggest thing I keep forgetting is to make the bags and then equip them with it. So I recruit someone new, forget that they need a bag, equip them, because obviously why would they come with one? I mean, they come with nothing, barely the shirts on their backs. And then I need to just keep remembering to make sure they have one, because otherwise their carrying capacity is rubbish, and it just means that you're not getting the best proficiency out of them for crafting, researching or anything like that, because when they do go and collect stuff, they'll just collect half of what they can actually get. Because as well as that, the NPC's main inventory is like half the size of your own, so you're like, oh, I can carry all this, and you forget that they can't carry much at all, even with a bag on. So that's just one to keep in mind. Quick final bit of crafting for clothes now. Just need to make sure he's armed as well, but that's all part of it. There you go. He has no strength, that new recruit, so he can't carry anything good at the moment or be equipped with it, so it is limited, but he's got scope to improve, so that's why it was a good bit of recruitment or purchase, whatever you want to call it. Use of renown. Yeah, so now it's a lot of getting the right amount of materials for the village hall, which is the main priority, and then just constantly like trying to spread the influence of my little settlement, so like spreading the radius of like safety around it. Even now, after 31 and a half days in game, it's still very limited, like the reach of my little settlement. He's injured, great, but it is improving. It just needs to get better, and ideally it would start picking up quicker, but this game is one, as I keep saying in all the episodes, it is one for like needing lots of hours, so it is how it goes. But I do have a lot more followers now, so that is useful, because the amount of work that gets done is so much quicker, and as long as they have like the knowledge or the equipment, they can just go and do it now. But it's good, and they are better at fighting as well, so it's not just constantly getting bodied and having to like run around and hold off them. The raiders taking everything you've got. But yeah, it's good. So just going through the stats of my new followers now and trying to get them upskilled, and then back to farming resources. It's all for the village hall, which takes such a huge amount of resources, especially when you're still in this struggling phase of the game, but that is the challenge of it, I suppose, and it is good. One thing you do need to keep in mind is you need to free the wheat fields from the brigands. That takes so much time, because the brigands are the better equipped fighters, your enemy, compared to the regular bandits, at least in the starting area around Herndine and Padstow. So you need to make sure when you do go for it, you do have enough followers and they are well equipped enough, or if they're not well equipped, you have enough followers to like take the casualties. But yeah, it just takes a long time. So when you clear it, you want to set up a foraging hut or camp, whatever you've got up there as well, and just make their main job collecting wheat. You need a thresher as well for turning it into straw or hay, whichever one it is. And then you need to make sure you have the top up set up to constantly have thatch being made. Now it's like 1 to 1 for wheat, and then 1 to 5 for the straw turned into thatch. As you can see, my computer decided to die on the recording when I was going through clearing the wheat fields, which is really annoying, but my surviving companions after that fight are now farming the first lot of wheat, which is really useful, and I would definitely recommend doing that when you first want to get a good load of wheat, especially if you're trying to get the village hall done in a hurry, just because their carrying capacity is good, and then you can get it all into your village and then just start getting processed as quickly as possible. Make sure as well you do set up a signpost for fast travel near this, because it is so frustrating having to run everywhere on this game at the start, so cutting that down is massively makes your life so much easier. And then just make sure you have enough renown for the amount of signposts you want, because it costs 150 renown to build each signpost, which is really frustrating, but I guess that's the game. So just be aware as well that even once you've cleared the brigands from the wheat fields for a time after, until you spread your influence further, you will have brigand patrols go right through, so your workers might get attacked, or you will if you're up around there. But yeah, as you can see in the background, my village hall is starting to take shape. It won't be finished in this episode, but it is getting there. That is definitely the start of the rapid improvement in your gameplay for this game and in your progression as a whole. You know, getting the village hall done, and then you can start thinking about the next thing and unlocking better weapons, armour, and better buildings like the barns to replace the stockpile, actual houses to replace the housing tents, and then lots of other things really. But yeah, so still at this point in the game, having to farm resources myself. Obviously all the workers go to sleep at night typically, so then you can get stuff done, but make sure that the area is cleared of enemy first, because you don't want to collect loads of resources then just have a brigand patrol come right through, knock you out. You have to respawn with nothing, and then they'll just occupy that area or whatever. Make sure it's fully cleared before you start wanting to farm it fully. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. Another quick episode, but making progress now. If you're liking this series, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.